Good morning, it's Tuesday, December 1st, and this is the Wenatchee World's newest podcast, Slices of Wenatchee. We're excited to bring you a closer look at one of our top stories and other announcements every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Today, we're focused on local restaurant owners who are anxious but hopeful about the future. Today's episode is brought to you by Equilus Group Incorporated. Equilus Group Incorporated is a registered investment advisory firm in the states of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. Equilus Group Incorporated, building your financial success. Learn more at equilusfinancial.com, member SIPC and FINRA. And before we begin, do you want to share your home's holiday light display with the Valley? You can add your festive decorations to our interactive map by visiting wenatcheeworld.com/holidaylights. Now our feature story.
With rising numbers comes rising fears about the potential of another shutdown.
A new study offers solutions to reduce new infections, but the answers could spell financial trouble for our restaurants.
The year 2020 was supposed to be a breakout year for Alma's Kitchen. The 4-year-old restaurant had just gotten its liquor license last winter before COVID-19 hit. Now, assistant manager Marco Ramirez says they're hanging by a thread. Alma's Kitchen is a family business owned by Marco's mother, Alma, and older brother, Luis, and the restaurant is now back to square one with restrictions to indoor dining. They were forced to let go of 12 employees back in March, but slowly managed to hire back 4 employees. Now, as COVID rates climb, the restaurant is down to 1 employee again, and things are not expected to improve. During the first wave, they learned that doing curbside and takeout will only barely allow them to make enough to cover expenses. But the restaurant will be cooperating with the new restrictions despite these setbacks. Ramirez told us that, quote, "Things may not have been so bad if people had simply followed the rules from the get-go. If people don't want to cooperate, then we all get to pay for it. I think that's what we're doing right now." Alma's Kitchen found creative ways to get through the first wave of COVID, with the support of customers and with grants and loans through Chelan Douglas Regional Port Authority. They began specials like Taco Tuesdays and Fajita Fridays, and now they plan on working with local delivery service Dashing Drivers to deliver food to customers. They're not ready to give up. Salvador Tovar, owner of Tacos Chava, also remains optimistic about the future of his restaurant, despite being located in the Wenatchee Valley Mall, where maximum occupancy has been cut down to a mere 10%. But he said that, quote, "As long as the mall stays open, I know that people will come to buy. I have faith in all Tacos Chava customers. We have a lot of customers that are faithful, and I know they will help us out." If the mall did close, Tacos Chava would resort to their mobile kitchen. Tovar said they will do anything in their power to not disappear after 10 years in business. We also spoke to the owner of El Rey Azteca, Juan Maurice Arroyo. El Rey Azteca is an East Wenatchee restaurant that had just started to gain a reliable clientele when the first shutdown hit in March. Arroyo had to let go of 11 employees and hired back 4 thanks to the federal Paycheck Protection Program, but that was not enough to cover every need of the business. Arroyo plans on waiting to see how long the restrictions will last. He said that, quote, "It's an economic impact, but I believe that our health and our community's health is more important than business. This enemy is invisible and silent. We need to take care of ourselves somehow so that this won't have a greater impact." If you'd like the day's news delivered straight to your email inbox every weekday morning, sign up for the Wenatchee World's free Daily Headlines email newsletter. Go online to wenatcheeworld.com/newsletter and enter your email to sign up today. Now, a story of a local musician using the quarantine to get his passion project out into the world. Shanks FM is what happens when the bleak undertones of dark wave music meld with retro synths and post-punk rock. Better known to some as East Wenatchee musician David Betancourt, he knows what he's going for. Quote, "The pale, dead look. I like that." While he officially put Shanks FM out into the world in 2012, he kept it as more of a secondary project until March when COVID-19 came to Wenatchee. Then he released his first new song of 2020, aptly named Sweet Quarantine. The idea to create Shanks started in middle school. Betancourt said that it was supposed to be a band called The Shanks, but in the end, he just ended up alone. And he started recording songs on his own a few years later. Shanks FM is putting together a full-length album and wants to start performing at shows when everything opens back up. Listeners can find Shanks FM's music on Spotify, Bandcamp, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And stick around until the end of the podcast to hear his full song, Sweet Quarantine. Finally, some local history. Wenatchee Valley History is brought to you by Neighbor, your trusted neighborhood community. Neighbor is a free online forum you can trust to connect with your community, focus on facts, and make a difference. Join the conversation. Visit wenatcheeworld.com/NABUR. Did you know that archaeologists have found Clovis stone and bone tools that date back more than 11,000 years in East Wenatchee? You can learn more and see examples of the tools at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center when it reopens again. Thanks for listening. We'd also like to thank our sponsor again, Equilus Group Incorporated, a registered investment advisory firm in the states of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. The Wenatchee World has been engaging, informing, and inspiring North Central Washington communities since 1905. We encourage you to subscribe today to keep your heart and mind connected to what matters most in North Central Washington. Thank you for starting your morning with us, and don't forget to tune in again on Thursday. Now stick around for Sweet Quarantine by Shanks FM.